That's like past embarrassing, that's just like
humiliating. Yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome to our second episode of Sip with the Spinellis. I'm Cass, this is my husband Johnny, and we're so happy that you're watching. Today's episode is not sponsored by Dutch Bros, but I wish it were. I'm having an iced Golden Eagle with oat milk.
And I'm having the Mormon Mom Special from Utah. I'm having a Diet Coke with creamer and lime juice in it. First time I tried it. It's not bad.
Really?
I'm a big Diet Coke guy, if anyone didn't know that. It's okay.
The color is throwing
The
me off.
color's throwing it off. It's not like as refreshing, I think. It's more for like sweet people.
Yeah.
It's like good, but I definitely wouldn't have it all the time. But
yeah,
that's what I'm sipping on today.
So today's topic is your most embarrassing moments ever.
Yeah, so our first episode was how you measure significant others, so if you missed that, definitely go back and check it out.
Yeah.
There's some good things in there, but this week's episode we asked what was your most embarrassing moments. So to be fair, I feel like we should start off and say like our most embarrassing moments just to even out the
Yeah.
field. You want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. Pretty much what happened, I was like 4 or 5 years old, and we were at Eagle Crest Resort up in Redmond, Oregon, and we were swimming at the swimming pool. My dad takes me and my younger brothers into the locker room to get changed, right? So we're gonna hop in the car afterwards, can't have a wet swimsuit on. There was 2 toddlers and me just above toddler age, and of course, like, we're not old enough to use our own shower, so we all have to hop in the same shower, we all have our bathing suits on, whatever, just rinsing off the chlorine. We're in the men's locker room, obviously, and I decide I'm done, and I wanna go change into my dry clothes, which was in the locker. And so, you know how you like put your bathing suits in like those clear bags at like a pool,
yeah,
and you keep it in there. So I take off my bathing suit, and I'm 5 years old, and like hand it to my dad and say, okay, you put it in the bag. And I walk out of the shower, and there was a girl my age standing right there.
Like 6?
Like, yeah, 5 or 6 years old, and for she must have been only with her dad there, and he had to bring her in the locker room, or I don't know what happened or why she was there, but just a girl just staring at me. And my first instinct was to run right back into the shower, but my dad didn't know that she was out there, and it was already crowded enough in there, and he was like trying to get like the other boys ready to go, and so like he like shoved me out, not realizing that there was like a little girl out there, and I'm like trying to find my way in the shower. I'm like, let me in, and he's like, no dude, like stay out, it's too crowded in here, like go get changed. He didn't know. And then so I turn back around, I have no bathing suit, and I just like freeze. I don't even cover like my private parts. I was just frozen. And then like probably it felt like so long a time, probably it was like 10 seconds. And then I just sprint into the other side of the locker room, like not walk quickly, just like sprint my little white butt to the other locker room. And I was like so embarrassed. That was the first time my girl saw me naked. And I was 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
She saw my little
She was
pee-pee.
probably like,
oh yeah, like I'm sure she was scarred for life. I don't know where that girl is or what happened to her after that, but I apologize.
yeah, that's crazy. If that were me, I would have totally been like in shock.
It's a funny story now, but like back then I was traumatized.
Yeah.
Like, girl saw my pee-pee.
That's funny.
Of course my dad thought it was hilarious, like the fact that he was like shoving me out of the shower, like not knowing what was happening. But
yeah. I feel like embarrassing stuff has happened to me, but I just have the worst memory in the world. So, and also if like I don't want to remember stuff, I just block it out. So I don't really have like the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. Yeah, I just don't really get embarrassed that easily. I don't know. One thing that I can remember that was pretty embarrassing was last May. I was still in college, and I don't know why, but I was like going through my Venmo, like deleting people, because I have like 200 or something friends on Venmo, and some of them I literally don't even know who they are, you know, I'm like, who are these people? So I'm like going through like deleting all these people, especially because I was about to graduate college, and I was like, I just want like people I'm never gonna see again, like off. I don't know why, it's Venmo, it doesn't matter, but I don't know. And so I'm deleting people, and there's this guy that I used to date like a long time ago, and I thought I clicked remove. I don't know what happened, but I'm like requested to be his friend on Venmo. And in the moment I didn't know what to do, because I was like, oh my gosh, I just like requested this guy, and he was literally getting married in like 2 weeks from this when it happened. So I was like, this is so embarrassing, because you know he's gonna show his fiance and be like, why did she Venmo? So, and I didn't want like my name brought up and stuff. So then I'm like undo it really quickly and just was like, it's not gonna go on his phone, you know?
Yeah.
And then he texted me and was like, hey, saw that you Venmo or added me on Venmo, like, you okay? And I was literally so embarrassed. It's like we were dating too, so I didn't want him to think I was like flirting or, you know what I mean? It was just like all around embarrassing.
Can you send me a $5?
Yeah, I'm like, actually send me like $1,000. I don't know. It was the weirdest thing. I don't know how it happened, but then I was like, I'm done adding people from my Venmo. Yeah. But that was pretty embarrassing. So that's all I can think of though.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing, and I feel like depending on how like I entered the situation, it could have been like worse. But I mean, I thought it was funny, and like I knew like you weren't like trying to hit up an old flame.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Venmo.
It was the weirdest.
I more thought it was like embarrassing for you. I'm like, haha, like.
I know. I was literally so embarrassed because even like people that know me, like that's not something I would do. Even if I were single, I wouldn't be like, this is gonna be so funny. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh my gosh, like this is mortifying. So not that embarrassing, but slightly. But I'm sure that you guys have a lot more embarrassing moments. So we're gonna get into your guys's.
We got 37 responses this week. So
okay. Not as much as last time.
There's a lot to go through. Okay, this one starts out strong. This is actually really funny. My boyfriend used to live with 3 other guys, and I went over to their house once. My boyfriend wasn't there, and I went to go pee, and after I had flushed, I realized that someone else had clogged the toilet. So I went to tell one of the roommates, and then a few minutes later, another roommate comes in and goes, hey, don't worry, I unclogged the toilet for you, thinking that I was the one that clogged the toilet.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. That's the end of the story, but I think that's pretty funny.
Oh my gosh, when really someone else did.
Yeah, someone else clogged it, and it was probably like nasty.
Ew.
And her boyfriend was in the home at the time.
Yeah. Ew, they were probably like, his girlfriend is nasty.
That's stanky, girl.
Oh, that's embarrassing. That's something that happened to me.
Yeah, I do see that happen to me.
Yeah.
Really, I know, you'd be the one that clogged it.
No. When I was 14, I went out to dinner with a group of friends for one of their birthdays. I hadn't really talked to a waiter alone at the table before at that time in my life, because she was probably always on with her parents and stuff. And when the rest of them went to the bathroom, he asked for a name. I gave him my name because I didn't understand, and when the birthday dessert came out, it had my name on it. And it wasn't her birthday.
That's also something you would do.
I know. Oh, I feel for you, because that is something that I would do.
That's tough.
I'd be like, oh, I can't put on
You're like,
Cass.
oh, my name's Cass.
She was probably like, why is he asking her name? And then the whole birthday dessert comes out with her name on it. I know.
That's a good one. That is embarrassing, but like,
I know.
She didn't know. My first kiss was with a guy in a Sears parking lot. I got my hair caught in his glasses. It took us a solid 10 minutes for us to release my hair, and it ended up ripping out a good amount. Everyone in the parking lot definitely saw, and I was humiliated. We ended up breaking up shortly after.
Aww.
Bro, I feel bad because like, I don't know what age they were, but like a first kiss, you're nervous to begin with.
Yeah.
And like, you just like go in for it, and then her hair gets caught in his glasses, and so that's embarrassing. And they take so long to get it pulled out, and then they pull out her hair.
That's
in a Sears parking lot. That's an interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting spot.
I'm not even real. This is funny. Okay, so in high school, I had art last period. For context, this was a week after I got dumped by my boyfriend of 9 months. I don't know what this has to do with it, but I realized I really had to go to the bathroom during art class. I asked my old man art teacher to use the bathroom. He said yes, and I clenched down the hallway. I felt so blessed when I got into the bathroom and there was no one there since it was during class time. I sat down and began the loudest bathroom experience I had ever had. People could probably hear it in the hallway. But at least no one was in the bathroom until someone walked in. I started freaking out, but I couldn't stop once it started. It went on for another minute or two, still extremely loud. Once I got done, I was so humiliated because I never had that decibel level of bathroom experience. But when I looked under the stall, I was relieved to see it definitely wasn't one of my classmates because they were wearing mom old woman shoes. I decided I would wait until they left so I wouldn't have to make eye contact with the person I had probably just disgusted for 2 minutes straight. Then I realized this woman was cleaning the bathroom. She was going to have to be in the stall where I just unleashed heck. It wasn't dirty, but it did not smell good. So I decided to bite the bullet and skirt out since she was going to be there for a while. I had to walk out of the stall, and it was my ex's mom, who I had met multiple times. She waved awkwardly, and I said hi while I washed my hands. Every time I saw her after it, it was so awkward, but I don't blame her. I would be scarred too.
She was just there playing in the bathroom, or does she work there?
I don't know. We're missing context, but that's funny. Like the story is funny, but like whoever this is, that was funny wording. Like, you're a comedian. That was good. Like that was funny. Woo! I think poop stories are hilarious. I'm gonna read this one because it's sorority. So like Alpha Delta Pi, baby.
Okay.
Boom boom. Right?
Yeah.
Boom boom. I was in charge of planning my sorority's bid date and was so excited about it. Everything was going so well, and all of the girls were so hyped. It came for the new members to run into the room, and our chapter had a tradition of forming an arm tunnel for all of the members to run through. I snuck into the room to let everyone know that it was almost time and to get into position. Turns out everyone was already in position. So when I opened the doors, they all thought it would be the new members and immediately got so hyped. Only realized it was just me, a false alarm. I ran through it though, everyone was laughing, and I was strutting myself down the arm tunnel, feeling myself obby. But I forgot I was wearing a tennis skirt with a thong. Fully spun around and dropped it to the floor, completely showing everyone my bare butt cheeks. At the exact moment that all eyes were on me, everyone gasped and I turned beet red. Thankfully it was all girls except for our DJ and photographer. I'll never live it down.
Oh my gosh.
That is embarrassing. But also like, you put it on yourself. She was wearing a thong with a tennis skirt.
Yeah.
And you did the splits or whatever she did.
You just dropped it low.
Dropped it low.
Yeah.
I wonder if the photographer got any things.
I mean, if you have a nice booty, it's not that embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, especially since all girls. I think it's probably more embarrassing because she was like trying to play it off.
Yeah.
And then
that
embarrassed
happens.
herself.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was hanging out with a bunch of friends last summer, and we liked to play volleyball and randomize the teams. We decided we were all going to count off and get numbers to decide what team we are. We got our numbers, and my crush at the time came up to me and was like, "Hey, what's your number?" My clueless self started giving him my phone number. After I told him, he casually said, "Oh yeah, I meant the number for volleyball teams." Yeah, super awkward, and let's just say I felt like an idiot afterwards.
Aww.
That's sad, because she was like probably waiting for him to like, if that's her crush, she was
and
like...
he said, "What's your number?" That totally sounds like...
Yeah, she was probably like he likes me back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. That is embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. Because he was probably like,
Ooh,
that's not what I meant.
That's not, I literally meant
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Oh, that's sad. This happened about 5-ish years ago in 10th grade. I was wearing a white and black polka dot dress, and keep in mind, I was wearing a thong with no shorts under my dress. I never wear shorts under my dress. I only ever wear like a thong or underwear or something. I usually wear shorts under my dresses in case the wind is crazy, but for some reason I forgot to wear them this day. I was walking around school with my backpack on like a normal day, minding my business, and I didn't know why everyone kept staring. Why everyone kept staring and giving me strange looks. Turns out my backpack pushed up the back of my dress so everyone can see my bare butt. I was mortified. The cherry on top of the story is I also started my period this day and didn't realize it until my friend saw me in 5th period and told me, but by this time the day is practically over and everyone in the entire school saw my butt. I got embarrassed all over again thinking about it.
Not only your butt, but she had her...
No.
How do you not know? Like, I guess I'm not a girl. You don't feel it?
I mean, sometimes, but if she was wearing a thong, there's like... She must have not known.
She just had blood running down her legs.
It must have happened like during the day because you're not going to wear a thong probably, if you know what I mean. So...
I know, but she doesn't feel the blood coming out?
I don't know.
That's so embarrassing.
So her butt's showing and then blood's coming.
Bro, how do you go to school after that?
I don't know.
Kids are ruthless.
I know.
I call her a bloody naked butt.
I hope that they weren't... Wait, when was this?
5 years ago.
Oh, I was gonna say, I hope social media wasn't a thing, but it definitely was.
That's tough.
I know.
That's like past embarrassing. That's just like...
Humiliating. Yeah.
And she was on her period.
I know. And they were roommates. Was I saying that?
They were roommates.
And she was on her period.
She was on her period. I feel like there's so many more chances for girls to get embarrassed just because of like the whole period thing. Like I feel bad. Like obviously periods are bad, but like I feel like every girl has at least one embarrassing period story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like whether that's how you started or just like one you didn't know was
coming. Or
coming.
like getting blood somewhere that is so embarrassing.
Bro,
like,
didn't you get blood on my truck seat one time? Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I
did.
I was mad, but like I couldn't be mad.
Yeah,
like,
I like bled through, and he has you had cloth
on my old it wasn't
Yeah.
my old truck. It wasn't an old truck. It was a 2019.
Yeah.
But it was cloth seats.
I forgot about
And she
that.
bled on my seat. That wasn't like that couldn't have been that long in a dating though.
I know, cause
like maybe the first maybe March of last year.
Maybe.
So like 2.5 months into dating, and she just straight bled through her pants onto my seat.
I just block out embarrassing stuff that's happened. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. You can't even like hide it either, cause you're like, there's like.
Dude, that truck took a beating between you bleeding on it and Maple pissing on it when she was a puppy. Oh, I forgot about that. But yeah, I feel like periods just set girls up for failure besides the whole blood coming out part.
Fair.
Sorry guys. And the whole childbirth thing. That's tough. Respect.
Really short. I took a laxative after school before my lacrosse practice.
Why?
On accident. I forgot I had practice. And legitimately shit my pants. And said my stomach hurt so I could go home. I've never told anyone this.
Okay, first that was funny because like it just started with saying like I took a laxative after school, and all I heard was that one song is like I took a pill and whatever. I don't know what they said after that, but all I heard was I took a laxative after school.
Okay, that just reminded me.
She grabbed her pants, bro.
I have like terrible stomach problems, and in high school I didn't realize that like the fiber one brownies, because they're so good, like make you go poo. I didn't realize that. And they were so good, so I packed one on my lunch and then packed one for after school to have before a soccer game. And so I've had 2 fiber one brownies this day.
I'm already bad stomach.
Yeah, I'm already bad stomach. And I was literally like in the middle of this game, it hit me. Boom. I was like, oh, I'm going to poop on the soccer field. And I just sprint off the field, don't even tell my coach or anything. I just take off running to the bathrooms, and the ref like stops the game because I just took off running in the middle of the field. And she like put someone else in. I'm gone for like 10 minutes, and I come back and she's like, what is going on? And I was like, I literally just about crapped on the field. Like, I barely made it to the toilet. Yeah, don't eat fiber one brownies.
I just think crapping yourself so funny. Because it's like, who craps themselves? Like, babies crap themselves. But after that, like, crapping yourself is like not acceptable. So if you just crap yourself, that's... I mean... First, why? She must have been constipated. Why do you have laxatives on you at school? Like,
yeah, that's true.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Go drink a coffee if you need to poop. Okay, so this is the last one. I drank 2 medium-sized lemonades at McDonald's in middle school on a field trip, and we had a 2-hour car ride home in a snowstorm, and I had to pee in a cup with 80 other students in the bus. Eek.
No.
Bro.
I want to know what you did with that pee cup when you were done.
Hopefully threw it away, but the most of it, like
on the bus though. What do you do? Here's my pee. You can't like hide that.
Bro,
it's
no.
Smell.
Well, imagine. Okay.
What? Wait.
Imagine you're just sitting on. Imagine you're just sitting on the bus, like minding your own business, and all you hear is.
Into a cup, so it's like loud, probably.
Just like, what smells like asparagus?
No, but you know, have you ever peed in a cup before?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
but that's so hard
when it's like kind of loud.
Yeah.
So I hope people were talking.
Like I've pissed in a cup a lot of times, but it's always been like on a family road trip, so never on a bus.
Yeah.
Although one time in high school football, we were on a long road trip, and this kid pissed in his hydro flask.
Ew.
And he washed it out and used it the next day.
Ew. That's so gross.
Oh, bro, but like I'm guessing this is a girl telling this story, which is like even harder to piss in a cup. Like if you're a guy, you hold the hose and you just put it in the cup. But like,
I don't know. I feel like people always say this, but girls can like kind of aim.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like people always say that, but I'm like, it's not that hard.
Interesting.
Especially if she had the cup like literally up to her. Like,
that's true. That's
miss,
true. But then splash, splitter splatter.
I mean, you're peeing in a cup to begin with. I don't
Dude, like
care about the splash.
Oh, Imagine just like, you're just like playing Game Boy or Mario Kart or whatever, and you're just like, you just like look over the seat next to you, and some girl's like, here, she just like up on the seat. Like, what is going on? That's tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
I don't think you can live that one down. I mean, is it almost just worth it to piss your pants at that point? Because like, at least maybe just a few people around you, hopefully it's your friends, they don't say anything.
Sit in it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough decision.
I'd pee in the cup.
You pee in the cup?
Yeah.
But then the whole school knows you just pee in the cup.
I'd be like, well, they know I'm hydrated. Hydrated queen over here.
All right, that is it for episode 2, most embarrassing moment. There were some most embarrassing moments out there. A lot of it seemed to be with things coming out of people.
Yeah.
Which,
so, like, sometimes embarrassing moments aren't even like laughable because it's just like, oh, like I feel so bad for you, you know?
They're mostly laughable for me.
Really? I feel like some of them I'm like, oh, that sucks.
As long as it's not me.
That's mean.
No, I mean, it's not like...
I just have like, I get really bad secondhand embarrassment for other people. Even though these stories happened a while ago, I'm like, oh my gosh, that sucks, you know? But thank you guys for submitting your responses. Let us know in the comments like what you want our next topic to be and stuff.
Final review on this. I think I would want to try it with some cherry in it. Because I like cherry Coke, so maybe like a cherry like vanilla Coke kind of thing. I don't know if the lime's
You
like...
should have put vanilla syrup, not vanilla creamer.
How would I put the creamer in though? That was the whole point, was the creamer.
Oh.
That's what they put in it.
Oh. Well, I think it'd be better with just the vanilla.
Okay, but that's not the dirty soda that they make.
Oh.
They put creamer in.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave us a comment down below. And yeah, stay tuned for our next episode. Bye guys.
Peace.